Yeah, in the meantime, let's quickly look at the top stories concerning Tinubu and Nigeria as a whole. Now, the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, explained on Thursday that President Bola Tinubu did not specify um, portfolios for his ministerial nominees because the screening process offers a chance to determine the best fitting ministry for each candidate. Now, on the headline, again, we says the top story: Presidency reveals why President Tinubu didn't attach portfolio to ministerial nominees list. A plan to form new ministries is what we are looking at. Now, while suggesting that nominating ministers with predetermined roles might be the ideal approach, Gbajabiamila noted that these could cause difficulties if the president decided to adjust his choice after the screening process. The nominees are eminently qualified to make this list, Gbajabiamila said. The list, he added, is composed of both technocrats and politicians too provide a balanced government. He also mentioned the possibility of the president recognizing the ministries or creating new ones that did not previously exist. These comments were made to State House correspondent after Gbajabiamila had submitted the list of ministerial nominees to the Senate. Gbajabiamila, when asked why portfolios were not attached, he said, "Yes, I am. I mean, for me, that would have been one way to go about it. It would have been a welcome idea and development. As good as that sounds, it straight jacket the president to pigeonhole one person in an office or the other. What happens when if you change your mind, if that question is directed to Gbajabiamila, he says, do you then bring the person back for screening again? Because the president is at a liberty to change your mind. Well, for instance, if I decide I want somebody as Minister of Labor, and then after setting the name, later on I decide that, you know what, I didn't know this about this person. This person would actually be better with another portfolio. And meanwhile, the Senate has screened that person for that particular initial portfolio. What happens then? Do you know? And now rescreening the person, you don't know the person, the list was sent to you, but you later still tell the person that maybe it's not fit. Well, so a lot of these things have their merits and demerits, advantages and disadvantages. Now, I like the idea of attacking and also attaching for portfolios. I actually do, because it makes it necessary for the Senate to know exactly what you are asking and what you are looking for. But for now, it's been thought wise that we stick to the tradition of sending the names, and then while the screening process is going on, allowing the Mr. President and his team to look at the portfolios and the characters and see how they fit. Now, on the first step that he has done is that these are people that can work wherever you put them, except these specialized fields like Attorney General and what have you. But in the main time of the main most of the portfolios, he believes most of them can fit in anywhere. And what's important is also that Mr. President intends to separate portfolios or restructure the ministry in such a way you might be hearing of new ministries that were not standing alone, and they are not standalone ministries before. So the process continues. Now, well, first of all, I'm sure you all know that the government is not fully formed until a cabinet is in place. And that process started a while ago, culminating in the delivery of ministerial nominees today. The president took his time, spent a lot of time going through, and also did a lot of due diligence going through the nominees one after another. Then, in the meantime, we'll say maybe the tribunal finally admits a PDP witness video as exhibit, but in the Ogun Electoral, Petitions Tribunal. Now, the Ogun State Election Petitions Tribunal has ruled on the admissibility of video evidence tendered by a star witness of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Sukomi Oyejide. The lawyers on the Wednesday and had engaged in serious arguments when the witness, Esukomi Oyejide, tendered video evidence in the petition filed by the PDP and its governorship candidate, Ladi Adebutu. Adebutu is challenging the March 18th governorship election that returned Governor Dakpo again, Abiodun of the All Progressive Congress (APC) as the winner. Having called over 90 regular witnesses, Chris Uche, counsel to the petitioners, called Oyejide as one of his star witnesses while being led in evidence on Wednesday. Oyejide tendered some documents, including video evidence, which the petitioners vehemently objected to. Wow, everything is attached to APC, APC, APC. Now, in the meantime, the Oga at the top, is facing his charges, and to digress a little, Dakpo Abiodun of the same APC facing charges of either rigging, ballot box, disrupting voting polls units, and so on and so forth. Everything is embedded under APC party. Okay, argument ensued when the said actor witness tendered video evidence of talks disrupting voting in some polling units in the state, and documents translating words in the video from Yoruba to English language. Remi Olatubora, counsel to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Professor Taiwo Oshipiton, now counsel to Abiodun and Onyechi Ikpeazu of the APC, in their separate submissions, kicked against the video evidence, asking the tribunal not to admit the same. Olatubora described that the documents as the counsellors, saying the video is hearsay and should not be admitted by the court. He quoted Oyejide as having said that the videos were downloaded from Channels Television and Arise Television websites, saying they were not reliable. While reacting, Uche said the tribunal needs to admit the document before it could determine whether it is hearsay or not. Well, the PDP lawyer maintained that the respondents ought to reserve their objections still as the final addresses, as stated in the pre-hearing report. They urged court to discountenance the objection to the respondent and admit the video evidence which was to be played in court. The tribunal, after listening to the arguments of the petitioners and the respondent, reserved a ruling till Thursday. Well, as the court resumed, the panel led by Justice Amidu Kwaza said the video evidence would be admitted as it found strength in the submissions of the petitioners. Okay, there is a strength in the submission. That means there's an iota for their submission to hold water. To continue, the petitioners counsel prayed the court to allow the witness to play the video as a demonstrative evidence in the court. Then the chairman of the tribunal, Justice Amidu Kwaza, ruled that the video be played, and the video was thereafter played in court as permitted by the tribunal. Wow, APC, All Progressive Congress, they are into one damnation or another. From Oga Boss to Dakpo Abiodun. So many criminality charges, against this entity. Well, we don't have much time to say much. This one I'm going to draw the curtain. I'd like to share your views in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Independent TV 7. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.